For this video, we're going to walk through the Chi Awakening form for the Phoenix. So the applications and how to use them for self-defense. Obviously, we need to adapt to them for when we train, but I'm just going to talk you through exactly what you're hitting when you strike and also how it's going to work with a partner. So first of all, we're going to work from an uppercut. So this is a low line strike. So as the punch comes in, we pick it up with the right hand first and then drop the left hand on the inside. The first one, we're attacking that navel arm point, and then we cover as we strike up, okay? So we then turn the hand over and we lodge into the eyes. Then the left hand comes around and cuts to the neck. The right hand then follows round and chops to the neck, and then we pull both hands in and we strike forwards with the wrists. The hand dropping in here is kind of an emergency technique, something that you might do if you get caught off guard. It's not the best thing because obviously crossing your body and bringing your hand away from guard is always going to draw that left punch in towards the head. So that's going to leave that exposed. But as an emergency technique, you drop your hands and try to hollow your body out just so you don't get hit. Especially if it's a weapon like a knife or something that's going to hit you here, you want to give it a bit of space. Now the left hand's going to take over and strike in again, but they can do it on their own. So it could be as that comes in, we just strike onto that low line and we attack the forearm. It's a nice big area. There's no point in trying to go for the hand or do anything too clever because again, we're not expecting it to come in. Now we need to throw a deterrent back so the hand swipes up this way. We need to take a direct line. This also means that if Dan throws that punch in, we can then pick it up with this hand. As we turn the hand over and re-attack the face, we can just turn it into a palm strike that goes straight in towards the eyes or the nose, anything that will just dig in and just put him off to attack anymore just for the time being. Just return fire as quickly as you can because you need to get on the front foot. So as soon as that's coming, 1, 2, 3 here, we then push towards the face and then bring that chop around. We can also, because we're occupying this inside line from the right hand side, we can then slam that in and the strike is exactly the same. So in the form it's a palm up chop, but it could be a hammer fist, you could turn it into a palm or even just a really close hook around the jaw. So we finish again, like I said, with this double wrist strike. Now from that position here where we picked up claw, chop, chop, we strike in here. Now, you don't want to strike him with both wrists, you don't really want to strike him with any wrist, but what it means is that we can now access and cross the line with a forearm. So from this position, if his uppercuts come in and he throws that one up here, we can just push that left one straight up into his neck. And because it's a forearm, we can elbow into the body and just slam that arm forwards, and it also doubles up as a guard for us. So if we can make that bridge and we can just slam that in, we might be able to separate and give ourselves enough room to then follow up with something heavier like a right cross. Dan's going to swing a nice big right punch all the way to the side of the head. So at the same time we're going to turn in, we're going to use the guard. Obviously in the form it's a little bit more open, we just bring the hand out to block and we bring the palm round. But in reality we want that one nice and close just in case it slips round either side or underneath or in any direction that we might not see. But that hand's going to provide us a certain amount of cover, and this hand is just going to, at arm's length, just slam him straight in the side of the head. It's nothing too technical. We can look at Dimmock points, so you can hit the stomach points on the jaw, you can hit gallbladder 3 up in the side of the head, you can hit the triple heat points, you can even go round to the back of the head and strike into gallbladder 20 or bladder 10 and really kind of percuss the bottom of that skull. But we want to follow through, so we're going to stay towards the front of the head. As that arm comes round, we're going to slam that hand in, we're going to let it drift over, and now I'm on the back of his tricep with my right arm. Now, if I hold my guard in position and I yank on that bit, we're going to hyperextend the elbow. So you probably won't be able to break it in the sequence of movements if you were doing it for real, but it's enough to really jar it and really kind of upset the flow of things. What we're also going to do is we've anchored a point, so we now know if our hand is on his tricep, anatomically, our elbow will sit nicely in his neck or in his face. Is I jolt his body forwards and then I just slam that one straight back in. Now, in the form we just shake, so you're representing the strike, but you're not doing the full movement. Because again, it's an internal art, we want to keep most of the movements very small, and we want to think about the power generated from the waist. So as the hand comes round, we pull and then sink. So that's going to be slapping him straight around the side of the head, nice big heavy palm. Pull on the back of his arm this way and then slam the elbow straight in. And that's where we get to the end of the form before we reset and go the other way.